Today we're going to start a new quilt series. There will be a total of 8 different blocks. You're going to make 2 of each block. I'm making it a square quilt to throw over the back of my couch, but you can make it any size that you would like. The blocks are 12 inches, and it will go over the next couple of video updates. I'm going to try to do at least 1 to 2 blocks per video, and then we will do an assembly. If you want to see the whole playlist, if you're watching this after the series is complete, I'll have it linked in the description below, and I will also have a full video from start to finish of the whole quilt. Hello and welcome. I am Jackie with Jackie Russell Creates, where we talk about everything quilting. I give tips, tricks, and techniques for your next quilting project. So let's learn how to make some scrappy ornaments for our quilt. Today we're going to be making 2 blocks, but the material that you're going to need for this project, and I'll list it in the description below, you're going to need about 16 fat quarters or a bunch of scrap fabric. I just went and found my Christmas fabric, and we're just using what I have. You're going to need about a fat 1/8 of some gray or silver. I just took a strip from a jelly roll that I had, and that's what I'm using. And you're going to need roughly 2.5 yards of your background fabric. I'm using a bright white. Then you're going to need about 1.5 yards for your sashing. Now, because I'm making mine smaller, I only needed 1 yard, so it just depends on the size that you are creating. So if you're new here and you feel like sticking around and learning more about quilting, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started making some scrappy ornament blocks. This is the other one we will be doing today. So for our very first block, you're going to need 2 strips that are 2.5 by 8.5. You're going to need 2 strips that are 1.25 by 8.5. You're going to need 1 strip that's 3 by 8.5. You're going to need, from your gray strip, 1.5 by 2.5. From your background fabric, you're going to need a 1.5 by 3.5, and you're going to need 2 of those. You're going to need 4 2.5-inch squares. You're going to need a 2.5 by 8.5. You're also going to need a 1.5 by 8.5, and then you're going to need 2 that are 2.5 by 12.5. Now, to get started, I like to work in as much strips or pieces as I can. So I'm going to start by piecing the strips together. So I'm going to take a 1.5 by 3.5 and sew it to the gray. And then I'm going to take 2.5 or 1.25 to the 2.5. And I'm just going to piece them together. And I'm a pinner. If you haven't noticed by following my channel, I like to pin my stuff. It just keeps things together while I'm sewing. I am using multiple styles of fabric. I have from 100% cotton, I have flannel, I have poly cotton, that is all being used in this quilt. So feel free to mix and match and add whatever type of fabric that you would like. So we're going to sew these together. I'm using a 1/4 inch seam, just a straight stitch. I have my 1/4 inch foot. Now I'm just going to take the other 1.5 by 3.5 and sew to the gray. I'm just finger pressing this open for right now. I will go and iron them or press them all when I'm done. I'm just taking the other red strip and putting it on. And this should come out to 8.5 inch square. We're going to take it to the ironing board and we're going to press it and press it to the darker fabrics, or which way the fabric would like to go. And for this one with the gray, I'm going to press both of them in toward the gray. Now we're going to take our 1.5 inch white and attach it to the one with the gray. And now we're going to take our 2 1/4 or 2.5 inch squares, and we're going to draw a line from corner to corner on all 4. And this is going to be our snowball effect. And now we're going to place them on our red, and they're going to overlap down into the other strip, but you want to make sure that your line is not at the corner of them, it's going the other direction, and you're going to sew directly on that line on all 4 squares. So there you can see where I stitched right on that line, and I'm going to do that for the other 3. Now this is what it looks like. And you're going to, I like to make sure that I sewed it the right direction just to be safe. I've done it backwards before. If they all fold out like they're supposed to, now you're going to cut a 1/4 inch. So I put my 1/4 inch on that line I just sewed and trim it off. Now I don't throw these away. I do keep these. This would be perfect for a half square triangle. So you're going to take it now to the ironing board and just press these out, and once you press it out, they still should be an 8.5 square. And then we're also going to take and press this toward the top where there's less bulk. Well, what I like to do is fold the gray in half and just finger press just so I can get a marking where the center is. And I like to do the same thing with this square just so I know where the center is, so that way I can line the center of the block with the center of the ornament hook top, and it's even. So I line up those creases and put a pin. Yes, it should line up if you just sewed it across, but I like to, you don't have that extra security of knowing that it's in the center spot. Then we're going to attach the 2.5 white onto the bottom, and then we're going to press it toward the white. I know you should press it toward the dark, but I like to press where there's less bulk. You can press it either way you prefer. At this point, there's no seams that have to match up, so you can press it whichever direction you would like. At this time, this is now 12.5 by 8.5. We're just going to add our side pieces, and that will give us our block. And there is our first block, and we have 2 of them made now. This is another simple block. It is just a patchwork. So you're going to need the same measurements, which I will list them down in the description below, for the gray and your white. To do your patchwork, you're going to need 16 2.5-inch squares. And I just took some scrap jelly rolls that I had and cut them up. And then you just want to kind of lay this out. You don't want the same, it's patchwork, so you just want to lay it out so things are different. So I just laid it so I had different fabric in each row and column. Once I have it laid out, I'm going to stitch using the chain stitch just like this. I'm going to sew these together, then I'll sew these ones on, and then sew these ones on. I do not cut my thread in between. And since I went down the row or the column, I can just open these up and attach the other one without cutting the threads in between here, and it will help keep everything together. Now I'm just going to add the last one on each of them. And now that they're still attached, I can go in and press them, and I'm going to press one toward the left, one toward the right, the next one to the left, the next one to the right. I'm not going to cut these threads just yet. So you can see where I press these to the left, them to the right, them to the left, them to the right. So then I'm just going to fold these over, and now they're going to nestle up among themselves, and it's going to make it so much easier. If that little thread gets in your way, you can cut it now if you want, but I like to pin at each seam. That just helps keep them nestled together as I'm sewing. And then I'm going to flip up the bottom one so then I can sew one right after the other. And like I said, because we pressed in opposite directions, those seams should just nestle real nice up together. And then once I have these two sewn, I'll just open them up and stitch that last seam. So there is the Scrappy or Patchwork center of the block. It should measure 8.5 by 8.5. And now we're going to start assembling it. We're going to take our gray. We're going to take the gray and attach it to the 1.5 by 3.5 like we did in the previous one. We're going to take our squares and draw our line from corner to corner. So what is one of your favorite Christmas ornaments that you have that you put on your tree every year? Comment below and let me know. I have several. I have some that my mother made for us. I have some that I had when I was growing up. But every year we make new ornaments with the kids to go on our tree. So comment below and let me know what your favorite Christmas ornament is for your tree. And then we're just going to line these corners up and stitch along those lines. So because I have my 1/4-inch foot, it has a hole where the needle goes down, and then it's a space so I can see where my line is going in, and so I just line that up and follow it straight down, making sure that my line is in that groove. Now we're going to just line the 1/4 inch up on that stitch line, and once again save those triangles. You can go ahead and stitch them now if you'd like, and I already have them sewn together. So now we're just going to take it to the ironing board and press it open and press this toward the gray. This should still measure 8.5 by 8.5. And now we're going to finish assembling this block. We're going to put the 2.5 along the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and sew these two together. So because we know that this is our center point, I'm just going to fold the gray in half and give it just a little finger press so I can line that crease up with that center seam, because I know that's the center, and go stitch that, and then iron or press everything to whatever direction you feel is comfortable. I let the fabric tell me which direction it wants to go. And now it's just finishing the block by putting our 12.5 inch along the edge. And there is our second block. So here's our first two quilts blocks. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe share it with a friend. I'm very grateful, and I would greatly appreciate. That's how my channel grows. And until then, happy quilting, my friends.